tuned for sports.
Keeping Score with Jess and Dean, the Dream.
It is Sunday, October 15th. The month is flying on by, Dean.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Very well.
Yes, you look good. You got a haircut, very handsome. You got a goatee going on. That's a new look. I like that.
Well, see, what happened was a friend of mine came in the restaurant this week, and I didn't have the goatee at the time. I used to have one a long time ago, years ago, when it wasn't gray.
Okay.
So once the facial hair turned gray, I stopped with it. Okay.
Okay.
Because then you had the black hair, but the gray goatee.
but so what?
I know. Now we got the salt and pepper going on with the
Very
lettuce.
nice. Very
so
nice.
now it kind of fits. So my friend Susan came in with her husband Rocco, great people, and she goes, "Oh, you look good," but I hadn't shaved at all, so I was just like, I just let it go. So it was black, it was salt and pepper all over the face. She said, "Oh, nice look." I said, "Nah, not really. I'm just lazy."
Yeah.
And she said, "Why don't you go with the goatee?"
Yeah.
So I said, "All right, I'll give it a shot for the next show." So that's what you see now. So
Yes,
I'm just I don't
very
know how long
nice.
I'll keep it, but probably go through the weekend with it. At
That's
least.
it?
I don't know. I'm not gonna like let it build up.
Are you like one of those guys are you hairy, I guess the question is. Like,
No,
is it like a quick grow? Like,
No.
do you have to wait forever?
Yeah, I'm not going to look like the Patriot linemen, though, usually with the beards and stuff. No, I'll know when to cut bait. Right now, it looks like it's clean cut.
Yes,
right now,
it looks
but
very nice.
Thank you.
Everyone on our YouTube channel can check it out. Smile to the cameras, Dean. I like the look.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look good.
Susan carries a lot of weight. She's a very good friend. Her and her husband, they're really good people, and they've been very good to me since before COVID. They were always helpful with family stuff and helping out with some personal stuff behind the scenes. They're just really good people. So when she said go with the goatee, I said, you know what?
Yeah.
Maybe I will give it a bit.
the
What do I
hell?
got to lose at this point?
Seriously.
What are we out for an Oscar over here? This is all I got.
I mean, and at least an ESPY or something that we could something with sports related. All right, well, yeah. So I like this look. You looking good.
I like the black and red plaid look.
Well,
checkered plaid look. It looks like a checkerboard.
Thank you. Yes, we're gonna play checkers later. I forget what they call this, but Jess will tell me. It's fall, so you do the flannel.
Yeah,
that's exactly it. I can't remember the name of it. I'm gonna have to look it up because everybody's probably screaming. All 14. By the way, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel on Keeping Score with Jess and Dean. Red, black, plaid. Hold on.
Wow.
Because I need to know what we call it. Everybody stay tuned. Everybody. Why is it not coming up?
All right, Jess is doing whatever she's doing, I'm flashing.
Now I have to enter to win stuff. All right, go ahead.
I'm flashing on new cards.
Oh, yes. We have
not
business.
messing around
Give
over
one
here.
To Steve.
All right,
Give one
so I'm
to
going to do a
Steve.
little handoff here with my right hand.
Our producer.
All right, you like that? A little handoff to Steve, our
That's
producer.
good. It's better handoff than we got going on for the Patriots. So.
Oh, wow. So, of course, the cards are up here, Keeping Score with Jess and Dean. And on the back, what do you call it? The QR code. So you just pop that onto the phone and you can find us anywhere. We're making moves.
We are making moves.
I asked you for simple business cards.
You
went above and beyond. You definitely nailed it.
Well, Mike Romano is the one that did the logo, so we absolutely
Mike.
love it, and that's what we're going to be using for everything. And then, the colors. I like goat colors. That's what we have: red, black, and white for Michael Jordan, basically.
I love it, Jess.
Good.
You did, you did really well.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate you.
It's funny. I know we're going to get into all our stuff, and it's just funny when I said your little flannel looked like a checkerboard.
Yeah.
And of course we're going to get into the Patriots and who's on notice and Bill, and I know we're upset about a lot of stuff. But the saying was all these years during the dynasty years that everybody's playing checkers, Bill's playing chess, and he was like ahead of everybody. I think
Not so much.
I think the playing field's been even, but we'll get into that. But how was your week?
There's no complaints. So this is a non-label. So for my job on Pro FM, there's label weeks. So we sit and we just talk to all the record labels and we talk about what new music's coming out. So that's every other week. So when I don't have that and 0 live broadcasts, it's a very, very simple week. So it was a good one. I have no complaints. I like the weather. I thought I'm a big fall girl. I like opening the windows at night, not having to use any AC because it's nice, it's fresh, it's clean. And then, it's I don't think anything stood out. Ooh, I did watch the Beckham documentary.
Okay.
Watch it on Netflix. It was really good.
All right.
And I'm not a soccer person, But, it has the whole story with him and Posh Spice. I didn't know they were only together for like a year and a half, and then they ended up getting married, and they've been together this entire time.
All right, I'll have to work that into the rotation, but now I don't know what that whole writer's strike is, but some of the shows are starting up a little bit.
Yes.
Because, by the way, the Magnum PI reboot, it did start up again with, of course, Perdita Weeks.
Oh.
With Jay Hernandez, one of my favorite shows.
Yes.
Wednesday nights.
Those names are just...
No, you said she was hot though last year. You liked her.
No, I do.
They finally, their relationship's evolved, and they've taken it to another level.
Great.
So we're gonna, see what happens. And they're still calling it, I think, an extension of last season. It's still season 5, episode whatever. But it's back on. So because it was in my my log of my DVR shows. It's automatic. It carries over to the next year. So I'm hoping for Blue Blood soon and the rest of my shows. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Things are turning around for Dean the Dream. I gotta tell you, we're on the way up.
Listen, all I asked was for business cards, and it just seems like everything's snowballing in a good way. I just think we're doing some good things.
Merchandising is coming. A lot of merch.
Yeah, the Greek Assassin said he needs like a 5X. although
he may have to pay a little extra for the 5X.
He's joking about himself, but I guess he's also down almost 100 pounds. So congratulations
to him.
Congratulations! He's doing some really good things. Yeah, I'm really proud of him.
Do you know what did he change up?
He stopped drinking.
Well, that usually does it.
And he's been watching his diet, and he's just been very conscious effort to get down. But he's done this before. He loses a lot, gains a lot. Hopefully
happens,
he can stay. They say it's easy to lose it. It's harder to keep it off.
Yeah, that's the whole struggle.
Yeah.
But I think if he gets in a habit and a routine and he feels better, then stick with it.
Yeah, he's also requested when we do our football picks for a pick from me. I said I've been mushing these picks without spreads, and now you want me to give you a pick of the week, but I do have one I circled for later.
Okay, very good.
Because he requested it.
No, I'm very excited about that because I didn't win the $500 last week, so let's get on.
Yeah, and of course, more of our loyal listeners. Delcar gave me a shout out, and he's looking. He said whenever there's merchandise time, whenever this goes down, he goes, I'm in for something.
Great.
So it's definitely catching on. People are looking for some swag.
Yeah, they're gonna love it. It's from Graphic Ink. We're gonna be ordering from where I just need the proofs, and we're gonna get this thing. Hopefully by the not next show, maybe the show after, we'll be wearing the merch.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we're moving. We're moving on this thing. This is a brand.
Big time stuff here.
Yeah, that's it. All right. So I know we wasted enough time because we have a lot of football talk to get to. So let's get right into it.
High snap to Jones. He's in trouble. Dumps it across the middle. It's picked off. And running right to the 15 to the 10. It's another pick six. Into the end zone. A touchdown for New Orleans.
My God, 2 panic plays in a row by Jones.
Takes the snap. Dropping back. Throws a long ball deep down the right side for Devontae Parker. Knocked down by the fronting Paulson Adebo on an underthrow at the 35 of New Orleans.
Gross underthrow. Here come the Boo Birds, justifiably so, 100% behind you. Zappi.
2 minutes into the fourth quarter, Bailey Zappi coming off the sideline after the 6-yard touchdown pass from Derek Carr.
That may be it. You might be making a change this week at quarterback.
And around the league, many are going to take note of this score as the Patriots, with still 15 seconds and counting to elapse, are about to absorb a 34-0 defeat.
Yeah, so that was last week, and as we said multiple times, we were going to go with the Patriots, and we did, and I did, and that's it.
For the last time.
They're done.
For the last time.
Over.
And this is worse than Dallas the week before, just because at least that was on the road.
Yeah.
Dallas was rocking it at the time, 38-3. Come home, you lose 34-0. Special teams, offense, defense, they didn't stand out in any aspect of the game. And, of course, you heard Bob Sosi with the early pick six. Tyrone Matthew, the honey badger, took it back to the house, and it was all she wrote. You weren't even in your seat yet, and it was 14 donut. It's been unwatchable from Jump Street this year, and back-to-back losses, 72-3 the last 2 games. And I think and you would give me credit for being a very prepared guy every week to do this show.
Of course.
Which we live for this, and I have prep, and I know a lot of stuff's up in the head, okay?
Yes, but in more ways than one.
But I just want to let you know, and now that we're on YouTube, of course, you can see us on YouTube, Jess and Dean, keeping score.
Yep.
I just want to let you know this is what I have for prep this week for the Pats. All right? This is how I'm reflecting on last week and going ahead to the Vegas game, which we're going to talk about. So it's all going to be from memory. I don't think there's many statistical things to talk about when your quarterback's throwing for 100 yards and it's a pick six almost every week now.
Right.
And it's really difficult to watch. It's sad, actually.
No, it's embarrassing. I laughed. When
Yeah.
that pick six happened, I'm like, of course it did. Like, they can't do anything right. Do you think Mac's the guy? Because we know Zappy's not the guy. I also feel like Zappy was better last year. I think Mac, sad to say, it was also better last year. Do you think it's Bill O'Brien?
I'm not sure if it's O'Brien, but you make a good point about. I think the moral of this is you're saying that some of these guys are taking steps back.
Yes.
Well, Mac took a step back from season 1 to season 2,
Easy.
and now he's taking. A lot of guys
Go
seem
play
like they've
for
gotten.
Cranston West at
a lot
this
of guys
point.
seem like they've gotten worse, and it's
Yeah.
like Stevenson's not running the ball like he did a year
Right.
ago. It's like the receivers. The whole crew is just trash. Okay, I mean,
I do think they get more open for Zappy than they do Mac. Don't you see that?
Okay, so then
He overthrows them
why,
now, but
why would that be then?
I have no idea.
What
but
gets
they're-
them more separation? Zappy keeps the play going longer, maybe?
I don't know.
I-
Because what I see with Mac is that they're constantly, like, there's nowhere to throw, and he obviously doesn't have any time. Trent Brown, I don't know what you're doing. You're 7'10", and you can't do anything right. But then Zappy, he keeps overthrowing like wide open people.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to your original question, and I think the answer is no. Mac's not the guy. And I know there's a lot of people that are delusional to say, "Oh, you put him on the 49ers and give him Kittle and Ayuk
McCaffrey
and McCaffrey and Debo Samuel."
Oh, Debo, so good.
Okay, he'd be better, but I don't think Mac's the guy. I don't think he's got enough to the throw. Sorry, I mentioned him and compared them when we had Dan Copen on to Chad Pennington, but he's got a lollipop arm.
Yeah.
Okay, he can't make the throws. His decision making the last few weeks has been terrible.
He's all in
not,
his head.
He's not sensing it. Yeah, I think it's a confidence thing.
Yeah, and I don't think Bill's helping.
I don't think he's the next guy, and I think that right now everybody's on notice. Like I told you just before, we're going to keep saying it's going to be a broken record the rest of the year, but you can't fix it on the fly. I mean, it's just I don't know where they're going to get their next score from right now.
Yeah. So what do you think about it's internal? Obviously,
Yeah.
You're saying that Belichick is on notice. Do you think? I mean, Kraft cannot be. He has to be more than embarrassed. Like, this is a guy that says he wants to be in the playoffs. We're like looking at hopefully maybe getting a first pick in the draft.
Jess, I remember the days where you had a 20-year waiting list to get season tickets for the
Yeah.
Patriots, and I got friends of mine that have season ticket holders that are trying to sell their tickets every week. You can't give them to me right now.
$4.
We're gonna start the bidding. How about 2 beans?
I would actually go to the Patriots-Jets game because I think the Jets are going to crush them, and I think the Jets are more fun to watch. Maybe because of the Hard Knocks thing, but
Yeah, but
I go to that game and cheer for somebody else.
But right now, like I said, in all 3 facets of the game, they're not doing anything, effectively. And I don't think he gets better on the fly. I think they have to, get back to work. Play as hard as you can because you got 12 more games. You can't just say, "No, the season's over." And it is over for all intents and purposes. The season's over.
Yeah.
You're 1-4, and I'm thinking about Caleb Williams. And I said this before the season
he looks
started.
great.
Maybe I was negative Nelly, but the kid out of USC could be the number 1 pick in the draft if he decides to. I mean, I don't think he'd even. I'd stay at USC for another year if I thought the Pats were going to draft me at 1.
Good. You probably wouldn't even be paying him enough. I do have to mention. So I'm done with Bill Belichick's attitude. I get it. For 20 years, we're kind of like, it's fun because he has plans and he's doing these. He's not doing anything. He's rude. He's disrespectful to another human being that's just doing their job. Here's an example.
Bill, you said you guys need to start over. Have you ever had to do that before, 5 games into the season, just for reference? I mean, is it something new?
Yeah, I've done it before.
What does that entail, starting over?
Starting over.
Now there's follow-up.
Will Mac Jones be starting?
Yeah, we're not making any changes.
What were you able to accomplish yesterday?
Work on some of the things we think will help us in the game and help us play better football.
You used the phrase starting over. I think last time I spoke with you. What does that specifically entail the last 2 days?
Yeah, that's what I just said. Fundamentals, things that'll help us play better.
Is that just on the players? Is that coaching staff starting over?
Yeah, all of us. Yeah. We're looking at everything.
Yeah, you're looking at everything. Stop being a jerk. I can't stand it.
Again, I've been telling you.
Get back with Linda. Maybe you'll be a little happier.
Oh, wow. I've been telling you this for 2 years, though. Like, nobody cared when they were winning.
Right.
And now they're not winning, so now it's under them. It's magnified a lot more.
Yeah, but before he had a plan. He doesn't have a plan. He has nothing.
No, and you think granted, I'm not feeling bad for him, but he doesn't feel like doing these. It's part of the job, but he doesn't feel like being at the podium talking about losing 34 donut at home where you get booed by the home crowd. But this is where we're at right now. This is the reality of where this team is. And of course, I don't see where you get another win from. You and I are done picking them. I'm not picking them again this year. Unless, there's a miraculous turnaround. But at 1-4, 4 right now. I'm looking at this schedule right in front of me. I'm just saying, you LV later on today. You got the Bills, Dolphins, Commanders. All right, maybe.
No.
Colts?
No.
I don't know. I mean,
Colts in Germany. Maybe they'll do better. Maybe they should be drunk.
You could go. Oh wow. You can go into the bye. I mean, like I said, I just don't know where you're going to find W's. Now, do I see them going 1-16? I mean, that's a little bit of a reach. I mean, you got to think there's a pride factor in there somewhere.
Maybe one of the last games when they have to play a good team, they'll sit everybody because they don't want to get their players hurt, and maybe they'll go out with playing classical or something.
This isn't fun 5 weeks in the way
it's terrible.
The way
I love
the theme
football.
of this is, and I mean, it's like obviously we still want to have a season here, but you just got to for someone like you who likes to lay it in a little bit. Well, in other games, it's at least you have something to look forward to with other teams.
Yes.
When you're just strictly like a diehard Pats fan, it's like this is disheartening. But we have to report.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Patriots going to suck. They're going to suck for a little bit.
Yeah.
Who is your number 2 team that you would cheer for, that you would root on, like be a fan of? Because I have mine, I actually asked Jess this the other day, and so it took her a little while because we're still going to be Patriots fans, but I can't cheer for this team. Like I can't. I don't like anything about him.
All right,
Where's Booty, by the way? Are we putting that guy back in?
Ever
Where did
since
he
he
go?
didn't drag his puppies in week 1, he's been a healthy scratch for like 4 weeks. Here we go with the penalty, with the punishing guys again. So he hasn't sniffed it.
All right.
Okay. I mean, we love Pop Douglas, but can you do me a favor on punt returns? Don't fair catch at the 5-yard line. Let it bounce and go into the end zone. Okay. And I think he tried to catch one at the 5-yard line. He got his bell rung. He's got to figure out. That's why he's a 6th-round pick out of Liberty. Like there's
yeah, what you pay for.
Okay, you know what I'm saying. So, all right. That's a good question. Who did you and little Jess pick?
I picked San Francisco.
I figured
I always
that.
did though. I liked Joe Montana back in the day and Steve Young. So I always was a San Fran fan, and she picked Philly.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Philly, huh?
Yeah, because she likes Jason Kelce as opposed to Travis Kelce.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And, even
She
San
likes
Fran.
Hurts, too.
San Fran, I love Purdy. I mean, he's, 262nd pick in the draft, 200, and he looks like an MVP candidate right now. All right. My pick would be, first of all, I don't know if I'd have it and say I have a team. As I was growing up, it was Patriots. And it was the Raiders.
Oh,
maybe because
okay.
I like the black and silver, and then I loved Marcus Allen as he was coming up. Okay, and then of course Bo Jackson for that brief time after was like I loved Bo.
Yeah.
So it was Bo and Marcus in the same backfield briefly for a couple of years. So I always liked the Raiders. I wouldn't say they would be my second team now. I would just look at a team, Jess, and just like I do in baseball or in any of these sports, I look for a team that has never won a championship before.
Okay.
So that would be a team. So who am I going to gravitate to right now? I know they're 2-3, I think, and they struggled, but like Cincinnati with Burrow, they've always been called the Bungles because they've always kind of gotten their own way. They're a team I'd like to see win a Super Bowl because they've never won it. Buffalo, all those years, the 4 Super Bowls, and they never won anything. But I'm not a Buffalo fan, really. They're in our division. I'm not going to root for them.
Yeah.
The Jets only won it with Joe Namath with the guarantee 50 years ago. So I'm not going to go there.
Can I kiss you?
Yeah, right. It's not going to happen this year. But I'd love to see like the Cleveland Browns, the Dog Pound, win a Super Bowl. It's not going to happen this year. But if Burrow can get healthy, maybe Cincinnati, they'd be somebody that I would gravitate to, and maybe the Detroit Lions because they've been bad for so long with Soup Campbell.
They do look good.
So there's a couple of teams
Yeah,
there. I
that's
don't have
not bad.
anybody I love, though, that I could say, I got them.
Yeah, but
and
still.
I do enjoy watching the 49ers also. I wouldn't have a problem if they won. It's not like, even though they've been a successful franchise over years, that I would say, I don't want them to win another one. I'd be okay with them
but they're a
winning
good
it.
team.
No,
You got to give them credit.
Well, they're fun to watch, with Bosa.
Defense and
I love
everything.
their defense, and I love their weapons, and they're well coached.
Yes, 100%. Young coach, by the way. All right, so what do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about anything else with Jones, the Bills, Raiders?
Yeah, well, obviously we're putting the New Orleans game behind us really quick, and of course you're looking ahead to the Raiders, later on today, and obviously you're facing the Galloping Chicken, Jimmy Garoppolo.
But he's going to want it because he's playing against Bills. 7
interceptions already on the year, so his numbers look a little bit like Max, except he's 2-3. The Pats are 1-4. I like the Raiders in this game. They haven't been able to run the football really well. Josh Jacobs only 2.9 per carry so far, but look out for Jacoby Myers and Devontae Adams today. Myers looking to stick it to the Patriots for letting him go. He's been getting in the end zone the last couple of weeks, so I'm happy for him. It was a good contract for an undrafted guy.
I still don't understand why they wouldn't keep him, and then why we went with
the
Juju
same money
Smith.
to Juju.
Yes,
Yeah.
I still don't get that. And he wasn't in practice a couple days this week. Juju.
Yeah, well, I don't think we're heartbroken. He's in concussion protocol. But I'm for safety purposes, Jess, and there's a lot of guys being up.
They're probably smashing their own heads against the bench. That's why they have concussions.
Even though Mac's been a total train wreck so far this year, I know the line's been terrible.
Yes.
But they better put 2 guys on Max Crosby or else Max.
They're going to break him in
Mac's
half.
not going to make it.
He's
of course,
going to kill him.
Crosby.
We should just play funeral music now because that is exactly was. goodbye.
Crosby
he is going to get murdered.
He is a terrific player, defensive end. He's got 5 sacks already on the year. And look out for linebacker Robert Spillane. He's got 42 tackles and 2 interceptions, so he can cover it and he can tackle. He can do it all. So those are the 2 guys. One's out of Western Michigan, the other one's out of Eastern Michigan. So I like the Raiders in this game, and I don't think we're going to burn much more time on it.
Definitely not.
Even though I think McDaniels is underachieved there, but I just think they're at home, and the Patriots just can't score, can't put it in the end zone.
They did something stupid, the Raiders, the other night, and it was, I don't understand why they didn't go for it, and they tried to kick only to be up by 7 instead of go to run out the clock. Like, there was something stupid. Like, they gave the ball back with 2 minutes, and even I was just like, all right, so you're going to, give it away.
It was 8, and they wanted to get it to 5. I don't know. McDaniels has made some questionable decisions.
Yeah, which is weird.
Yeah.
Great offensive coordinator, but I don't know what he's doing over there.
Some guys are great coordinators, just not great head coaches.
Right.
You've seen it.
All right. Well, let's. Before we get into the games, are you good with this? We're wrapping up.
We're
Obviously,
done.
we're going.
Bill's
we're
on
never
notice.
going.
We're going with the Raiders in this one, and Bill's on notice. Everybody's on notice at this point.
Yeah, and lose the attitude. Who doesn't have an attitude? I was there 3 days last week. I want to shout out PJ's Pub in Cranston. I was there on Friday, got a gift certificate. Then I was there on Saturday, got to see your fabulous face. And then we were watching football on Sunday. PJ's Pub in Cranston. You don't want to miss out on delicious wings. Obviously, the drinks are ridiculous. Got a couple wraps in there. The most important thing I want to talk about PJ's Pub, Pontiac Ave in Cranston, their 15-year anniversary party, Saturday, October 28th. Now, it's all day. So my cousin, Dave McGinn, is going to be playing from 1 to 3. Then you got Kevin Hershen. He's fantastic. He's going to be there from 3 to 6. And then DJ Primetime from 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. So I'm thinking, I don't know, we go around 2-ish. I just don't know if I can go all the way to DJ Primetime. But here's the thing. They have a late night slider bar. So now I'm thinking, I got to pace myself because I got to wait for the slider bar. And then if I need some extra energy, they have a candy buffet. So I'll be like popping some M&Ms and having a great time.
It's not a race. It's a marathon.
Yeah, so it's going to be
it's
there.
a long day.
I know. I feel like we should probably just claim our spot early, you know?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I don't see us going anywhere.
Claiming spots.
Yeah, but then we have a balloon artist that's going to be there, so we can put on silly hats and so much more. It's PJ's Pub 15-year anniversary party. It is always a fantastic time. You're not going to want to miss it. We're going to be there. And once again, Dave McGinn, Kevin Hershen, DJ Primetime, all going to be there Saturday, October 28th. Put that in your calendar. Now, we're going ahead to games. Here we go, the lineup. What do you wanted to say something?
Always reflect on Thursday.
Oh, which Kansas City did not look that great, by the way.
No.
The spread was 10.5. Luckily, they won by 11. I was swearing at the TV. They're playing the Broncos, okay? Why was the Broncos defense getting to Patrick Mahomes as often as they were? It was not a good game for them, and they were at home.
You know, I was talking to a friend of mine. He kind of equates it to when the Patriots are good during the dynasty years, where it seems like, you know, they get a lead and they kind of sit on it a little bit, just like they'd let teams back in a little bit, do enough to win. And it looks like KC's kind of like they want to keep Mahomes upright. I know he was running around a little bit, but you know, their points are down this year, only averaging like 24 a game. They've been down a little bit, but they do enough to win. And of course, on the other side of the ball, this was never really a game. It was 16-0. Wilson threw a late touchdown to Cortland Sutton. It was made a nice play.
It was a very nice
They got the 2-point conversion, make it 16-8, and then Butker banged one to make it 19-8. But Russell Wilson threw for 95 yards in this game, and he threw a disgusting pick with 7 guys there. It's not working there in Denver. They're 1-5. Mahomes, of course, 306 yards, but not a great game. Of course,
He did not look good. Didn't he have 2 interceptions? Or just
I think he had one interception.
The other one
Wilson threw 2. One was off a deflection. Travis Kelce did have 124 yards receiving. Kansas City does improve to 5-1, but not very impressed.
Not strong
in that game. But Denver, they're up there with the Patriots for the Caleb Williams sweepstakes right now.
I got to tell you, I still think Denver looks better.
Oh, wow.
No, I do, because they
can score a little bit. But they only put up 8. I mean, they didn't really.
How many did the Patriots put up last week?
Right.
Against the Saints, not the defending champions.
True. They had 70 dropped on them 3 weeks ago, so their defense sucks and their offense is a little bit better. Sean Payton and Russell Wilson don't work together.
He looks stressed out, Sean Payton, on the sidelines when he's calling those plays. Like, is he calling everything? He looks. I don't like his attitude, but he looks like he's stressed out with that team.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right. So enough's enough of that. Yeah. I won the bet, so it's fine. All right.
Oh, it's all about your pocket.
Barely.
We need it for swag.
Yeah, we do. We need it for our merch. All right. So first game we are going against, we got Baltimore at Tennessee. Tennessee getting 4 points. Tennessee ended up losing for me last week.
Yeah, I mean,
wasn't happy about
they're
that.
They're another team that, like, I pick them, they lose, they're just going to burn me no matter what.
Yep.
Baltimore, they've been burning me. A lot of teams have been burning me. But the problem with Baltimore right now, Jess, what I see is Lamar Jackson's okay. 8 drops last game by his receivers.
And they were wide open.
I mean, Beckham doesn't look like himself. The kid, Zay Flowers out of Boston College, he had a couple of drops. I mean, there's talent there. I just think that they're going to be okay, and I think they're going to be okay in this game. I'm going to take Baltimore on the road.
All right, very good. That's who I picked. Washington at Atlanta. Atlanta giving them 2.5. Atlanta ended up winning last week, and I know you told me to go with Houston, and I did. Thanks.
Thanks for the reminder. Listen, I don't think much of Desmond Ridder, but obviously the Falcons do. They're at home. Washington's trending in the other direction. I'm going to take the Falcons at home. They've been burning me, and I'm just going to let them keep burning me.
Yeah, all right, very good. Minnesota at Chicago. Chicago getting 2.5 points. Minnesota has not been looking good. I think they're going to win this game, but Chicago, I mean, they had a pretty solid performance last time.
They're a home dog, and I'm going to go with Fields. I think he's got something going offensively. In the last game, when he's hooking up with DJ Moore for 3 touchdowns and 230 yards receiving. And don't forget, Jess, on the other side, it's almost trade deadline time. Minnesota needs victories, no doubt about it. But at 1-4, you're talking about one more loss. Kirk Cousins could be heading out the door.
To New England.
And what are they going to do at the wide receiver position? Justin Jefferson, the do-it-all wide receiver, is out for 4 games with a hamstring injury. He's on IR, so that's a big factor. I'm taking I would call this a mild upset, but I'm going to take the Bears at home.
Wow. All right, we're going to do it. Who did the Bears get rid of that was like a poison for their team?
They got rid of Chase Claypool. They told him to stay home. He's in Miami
and
now.
They did very well without him. All right, so we got Seattle at Cincinnati. Cincinnati giving Seattle 2.5. And Seattle coming off a bye week, right?
Yeah, correct. And of course, I like what Pete Carroll's done with this team. I really like them.
I like his.
Joe Burrow and Cincinnati, they were kind of my pick coming into the year. They've been a disappointment so far.
Correct.
At 2-3. I stuck with them last week, and they did grind one out against Arizona, but it wasn't that impressive. I think Burrow, I've seen some footage of him, some film. He does look like he's moving a little bit better with that strained calf or the calf injury. They're at home, and not only am I going to take them, but I'm going to take them with the 2.5 points, given the 2.5, because that's my pick of the week for the Greek assassin.
All right.
He asked me for a pick of the week, and I'm going to go with the Bengals, and I think Burrow gets a little something going with Chase.
All right, very good. San Francisco at Cleveland. So the spread started at 5.5. Now it's at 9.5. Does that mean that Watson's not playing? He's
something's
out.
going on there, and of course we talked about him being cleared couple of weeks ago and then didn't play.
Right.
So there's something, something sketchy going on there. Obviously, I love San Fran's spread. I kind of usually stay away from it. San Fran on the road, they're going to win this one.
Yep. All right, definitely. And Carolina at Miami. Miami giving them 13.5. Miami at home on fire, as you know, but they have someone that is hurt, right?
Yeah, the starting running back's out, but of course they got Mostert too that comes in there and they just plug and play. They're going to get the other kid back in maybe 4 or 5 weeks, but I don't think that's going to affect this one. Carolina, they look like they could be the team that gets the overall number 1 pick, and they drafted Bryce Young, so they probably wouldn't go Caleb Williams, but we'll see how that all plays out.
True.
But for this week, I love Miami, and I think the Greek assassin said he's going to bury Miami, so he loves them.
All right, very good.
Laying all those points.
I have that as one of my spreads. Good. Okay. Indy at Jacksonville. Jacksonville giving them 4 points.
Oh boy, I think Jacksonville probably wishes they stayed in London.
I know they did very well.
They won 2 games, okay, and of course Jonathan Taylor's back for Indianapolis. Minshew finds a way to win games. I don't think it's going to be in this one. I'm going to take Jacksonville at home. Etienne's running the ball well. Ridley's starting to catch it, and I think Lawrence gets a little run in him, and I'm going to take Jacksonville.
Okay, New Orleans at Houston. Houston is getting 1.5. This one, out of all the games this week, gave me the biggest struggle because Houston does not look that bad. Like I'm actually really going for them. It's just, I don't know. New Orleans looked really good, but I guess they were against us, so who cares?
I picked them, and Atlanta squeaked it out at the end. I took Houston. I said they were going to win 3 in a row, and it didn't happen. I'm with you, Jess. This is one that I didn't circle either side. That's a coin flip for me. Ouch. God.
I know.
Oh, God.
Because then I'm thinking, is Atlanta better than the Patriots? Yes, right?
I'm gonna go New Orleans with the road win.
Okay.
They win a couple on the road, but back to back, New England and Houston. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Even though I'm not a Carr fan, you know that.
Yep. Well, we got New England and Vegas. We're going Vegas. I don't care what the freaking spread is. Arizona at the Rams. The Rams giving them 7. The Rams have been looking not bad.
Yeah, they got the rookie
Bouncing
receiver
back.
who's been great for them. He filled in for Kupp. Now Cooper Kupp's back.
Yeah.
Okay, so so I think they get a little something going on. Stafford can still play, can still throw it around the field a little bit. And they've been playing hard. They're physical and they play hard, but they just don't have the personnel. Dobbs is not the answer there. I'll take the Rams at home.
Very good. Philly at the Jets. The Jets getting 7. I will tell you this. I picked the Jets with 7. Not
I like
overall,
that. I
but
like
I feel like them at home. I feel like Wilson's gonna really step up the game. So I'm taking the Jets with the spread.
Philly's 5-0, Jess, and they haven't played a really good football game yet.
Right.
But they're 5-0 because they have talent. They've got Hurts. They've got weapons, and they got a good defense.
Yeah.
And they're well coached. So I'm going to take them. I'm with you. I think the Jets are going to play a close game, but I'm going to take Philly to win the game on the road.
Very good. Detroit at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay getting 3. I still like Detroit no matter what. But Tampa Bay, I got to tell you, it's like Baker is kind of coming back. He's looking pretty good.
I think we probably both agree that maybe they're through 5 weeks, probably not the surprise of the league, but one of the pleasant surprises of the league. Okay,
yeah.
They're at home here. I do like them, but I'm going to go Soup Campbell on the road. I think Detroit's they're trending in the direction of being like a team that could compete for a Super Bowl within a year or two.
And we got the Jets at Buffalo. Buffalo giving them 14.5.
Giants, you mean?
Oh, no, that's what I meant. Giants. I'm sorry. Giants at Buffalo, and the spread's 14.5. I'm still. I'm going Buffalo,
Jess.
by the way, with the spread as well.
Jess, I'll tell you, I know I said it last week that I was right going into the season that the Giants would take a step back, but without Barkley I think is out in this game. Daniel Jones is starting to put it on the ground again. The team is terrible.
He even playing, Daniel Jones?
He's got the neck injury. They're saying he could play in this one. So either way, the Giants have no chance. They're kind of middle in the way not middle, and they're bottoming out like the way the Patriots. I still think they're better than the Patriots.
Yes,
they will play each other a little later in the season, and Brian Daboll's got his hands full. Of course, he was the play caller in Buffalo for those few years when Josh Allen was lighting up the scoreboard.
Do you like Brian Daboll?
I do.
Would you like him as a New England coach?
I would.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people around here don't want to see any more retreads. They don't want to see anybody who was in the system come back, and they don't want Bill disciples anymore.
Okay.
They're looking for someone totally new. Now, of course, Mike Vrabel could be the same.
I like him.
Things would have to just line up. You'd have to have a situation where Bill would walk away right at the time where, all right, things are going sideways in New York. Last year we were talking, Daboll, I think, was coach of the year. Took them to the playoffs, and all of a sudden he's not a good coach.
But I do think Barkley getting hurt it impacts the team a lot, which is you got to think about that when you're drafting people. It's like, all right, this guy gets hurt, and then it's like, we have no one to fill in.
Yeah, but their offensive line looks like New England's offensive line. They got that kid, Evan Neal, who they drafted in the first round. He was the one that started telling the crowd, keep mocking us, and he threw some digs about, selling popcorn or whatever. It was very, very insensitive comments he made, and of course he backpedaled after. So there's a lot of things going on there in New York. It's when you lose that these things get magnified and they come to the forefront a lot more. But I love Buffalo in this game, even though I still think Allen's window's not closed, but Buffalo better get it together because just when we say they look great, they play a bad game.
Yeah, and then they lose to Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Maybe they just don't like accents. Dallas for Monday Night Football at the Chargers. Chargers are getting 2.
All right. Well, obviously I don't like Brandon Staley, the coach for Los Angeles. Yeah, but he's got talent. He's got Herbert who can get it done. He can throw it around, and they've underachieved to me. They're a team that's just like another team. But I'll be honest with you, on the other side, Jess, I think Prescott sucks.
Did you see them?
I really do. I think
wiping the floor with his jersey.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, there was Cowboys fans. Yeah. They were taking their jerseys off, getting a mop, and they were just going around the stadium.
I mean, even in the blowout against the Patriots, he was okay, but the Patriots are so bad it didn't even matter.
Right.
I think he stinks. He's terrible in the red zone. He throws picks.
True.
Dallas I'm already soured on them. They look so good, and now what? They got smoked by San Fran.
That's how they do it every year, though.
I'm taking LA at home in this one. I think Dallas loses again.
All right.
Back to back.
Wow, that's going to be dramatic. I'm sure Jerry Jones is going to love that. All right, so I think that wraps up our football. By the way, if you missed any of it, we're going with Baltimore, Atlanta, Chicago, Cincinnati, San Fran, Miami, Jacksonville, New Orleans, Vegas, the Rams, Philly, Detroit, Buffalo, and the Chargers. So I don't know. I think this may be a winning week right here.
I hope so.
This may be the digits. We're going to thank our sponsors, and then we're going to get to some basketball. Want to thank our sponsor, Prout Mechanical, located in Providence. You can call them up at 401-487-4343. Even visit them online at prouthvac.com. That's prouthvac.com. They're a family-owned company. They have over 20 years of experience. They're a Mitsubishi Heating and Cooling Diamond Elite contractor. They have the heat pumps, the mini-split ductless systems, and if you're looking to heat up your home, the mini splits are the way to go. They're located in Providence and they service all of Rhode Island and southeastern Massachusetts. They offer services for residential and light commercial. So if you are looking at getting those heat pumps or mini split ductless systems, may I recommend Prout Mechanical in Providence. Their motto, quality and customer service is their top priority. Call them up 487-4343. We also want to thank Second Time Around Sports with 2 locations in Cranston and in Wakefield. From beginners to professionals, they customize hockey and figure skates. They also have skate sharpening daily where you can wait or you can just drop them on off. Both stores are fully stocked with every sport for hockey, soccer, football, and of course, always golf. For those of you who love winter, I'm not a big winter person. I hate shoveling. But if you love getting out there and putting on the snowboarding boots, the skis, you got it. Second Time Around Sports is ready. Everything for ski and snowboarding season. And once again, 2 locations in Cranston and in Wakefield. You can follow them on social media, the number 2X Around Sports. And here's the thing, you can go to their website. They have not only new, but I mean, they do have all new items on their website, which I can't find now because I got the wrong piece of paper. So I'll have to.
That's okay. You and I are going to be taking a ride down there soon.
Oh, yeah, we're going to be there next week.
To the new location,
Yep.
So you and I are busy.
Yeah, we are. We always got something going on. No, I really want to get the website. Oh. We're going to just be here all day. I mean, it's not like we have any sports to talk about because this is fine. Here we go. For winter sports, here we go. So they have their website. You can follow them, and you can buy only new items on their website, everysportforless.com. Phew. All right, let's go to basketball.
Will attack the smaller Holiday. Porzingis got over in time to bother the shot. Benton ahead to White. Horford riding shotgun. White finds him for the flush.
Beautiful fast break basketball. You could tell right from the start when Al Horford got out and ran that Philadelphia was in trouble.
Pritchard out to Hauser. Bullseye.
Oh my gosh. That thing, I thought it was going to be an air ball. It came out of his hand so easy.
So here's the thing, the Celtics win, and I'm excited about Celtics season. I mean, they have a lot to live up to.
Yeah, do you know that game, all the sound you just got off that game, actually was the game I was watching when you came to meet me last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was the preseason game.
Yeah.
And of course, where were we? PJ's Pub. And of course, it's football night over there because it was right before the 8 o'clock game, before Dallas and San Fran. So I asked for like one of the TVs off to the side because I'm a lifer.
And you know people.
And I'll be honest with you, I was impressed. I mean, it's preseason. I don't get too excited. Of course, Porzingis looked healthy and he had a little burst. And Holiday got some minutes in there, and you could see the respect factor by the opposing team in Philly, where it seemed like they had guys like all over the perimeter, which Joe loves because he's got shooters everywhere, and that just opens up the driving lanes. And I watched guys just drive into the hoop uncontested because they didn't want to go to Holiday in the corner and leave him alone because he can shoot 40% from the arc, and Porzingis 38%. Those guys can shoot the 3-ball. So it's going to be exciting. If I'm looking for anything right now, just because there's not much going on and you pretty much know what you have, you're starting to look at some of these secondary guys for the second unit. And of course, I talked about Peyton Pritchard last week signing a 4-year, $30 million extension to be a backup point guard. I think he's going to play an integral role, and he looked good. He had a 26-point game the other night. I'm looking for a couple of guys off that bench to pop. You got Sam Hauser back for another season with the Celtics, his 3rd season. They got the kid Mihailik, who used to play at Kansas. He can shoot the 3-ball. They got a lot of guys that can shoot it. And look out for the kid Delano Banton. He's a tall kid. He's 6'9" point guard. He played a little bit with Toronto. He's very long, so he's going to get a chance to play. They're trying to round out that roster. They're going to be really thin up front. That's my only concern right now. With, of course, Horford, when he doesn't play on back-to-backs, he's 38 years old. Who's going to get the rebounds? Everybody's going to have to step up and do their job because they don't have a ton of size with Rob Williams. Don't forget, you got rid of Rob Williams, Grant Williams. You got rid of your two of your bigs. Okay, and of course, Marcus went out the door too. But you lost 3 guys that were important guys. But I love this roster. It's coming together, and I think the Celtics are going to be fine and a lot of fun to watch.
The only thing with Pritchard, I don't like his white sneakers.
Oh, wow.
Because I think he's a lot of leg showing, and he's he's light. So
Well, I respect you saying that you're a big sneaker person. So
I am. I'm a sneakerhead, as some
I
would say.
respect your ability to judge kicks.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I liked his performance, but
Yeah.
can we just mix it up a little
All
bit?
right.
Like do a little something different.
All right.
Give me some green.
All right. Well,
Or
I'll tell you who he got some green.
Yeah, he got green.
He got $30 million. Now, he was getting DNPs last year. He wanted out of town. Remember, if you remember.
Yeah, he was being a little bit of a baby.
Yeah.
As we would say. Yeah.
But
the nice way.
I love this team, and I think it's gonna be a fun season if everybody stays healthy. Knock on wood.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at a team that's gonna be there at the end. You hope.
I definitely think so, and that is something to look forward to for sure. Let's think of looking forward to things, which is PJ's Pub, Pontiac Ave in Cranston. 15-year anniversary. They've been around for 15 years, and they've been serving up deliciousness ever since.
I think I've been to every one of those parties.
Oh, I definitely have. But I feel like you went late night, and I would always go kind of like in the early spot. I would always be in the tent, too. Well, I'm just letting you know. All right, so here's what's happening. Saturday, October 28th, their anniversary party, and it kicks off at 1 o'clock. We're going all day, all night party. Dave McGinn from 1 to 3 is going to be playing some music. Kevin Hershen, you know him, you love him. He's going to be there from 3 to 6, and then DJ Primetime is going 7 to 1. Now, they have a balloon artist. They have happy hour deals all day long. A candy buffet, and we'll be staying for that late night slider bar. It's all going down. PJ's Pub, Pontiac Ave in Cranston. Their 15-year anniversary, always a good time. And once again, put it down in your calendar. Saturday, October 28th. You're not going to want to miss it. Wait, there's little things in here. Oh, there's raffles.
Wow.
Can we enter to win something? Oh my God, what if we get our merch? People can enter to win Keeping Score with Jess and Dean, the Dream sweatshirts.
Let's pump the brakes over here. By the way, don't expect me to dress like you saw me last Saturday, obviously coming from work. You're not used to seeing me.
I wish maybe we can have somebody pull some footage from how handsome you were.
I showered and everything. Thank you. You
Yes.
seemed like you were taken back a little bit. I can't. I have a wardrobe, but selectively when I have to dive into it.
But the colors were beautiful. You had this nice aqua button down. You just looked good. Everything fit properly. Your hair was freshly cut. If you had the goatee, forget it. You would be making out with chicks all night long.
Oh, this is a lot on Keeping Score. Wow.
Yeah, so hey, who knows what's going to happen on the anniversary party.
But see what the difference is when I'm not behind the bar and it's black on black on black,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all of a sudden you see me with a little color. And I was on the door. I was the maitre d'.
Yeah, you did a good job.
Thank you.
You're filling in for Meredith.
Right.
Oh, those are the crew. I got to thank Christian, by the way. We went and we had Merlino at the bar, and he hooked us up with some free drinks.
When was this?
I was there on Monday.
You didn't tell me that.
Well, because you weren't working.
Oh.
Yeah. So
How was Merlino?
He was very good.
Yeah?
He almost seemed happy to see us. He made, what did he make? Oh, he made an espresso martini. It was really good.
It's funny you say that because now I caught the gist of it. Now, Christian, he gave up Wednesday for Monday. He flipped his night.
Yeah.
So now
Normally I don't see him there.
No,
on
because
Monday.
he flipped with Bianco. So Mike does Wednesday and Christian does. Christian does Monday and Mike does Wednesday.
Like
now.
permanently?
Yeah, like they flipped it. So that's permanent.
We were chatting it up. So it was a good time.
Oh,
And we
that's right.
talked about Merlino's brother. He has a new pizza place.
Yeah.
On Dyer Ave. So we may check that out this week.
I had it. It was good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was good.
What kind of pizza? Did you just have a cheese pizza?
I had I think I had cheese and pepperoni.
Oh, okay.
Very good.
All right, good.
I think I did half cheese and pepperoni, half cheese and mushrooms.
Ooh.
Very good.
You don't seem like a mush
Yep.
guy to me.
And by the way, a couple of guys from work, they got like chicken palm sandwiches during the day, like for lunch. He said it was terrific.
Perfect.
So yeah, Jeff's gonna do good things over there at Merlino's. Yeah.
He's my neighbor. I don't even think he knows that. All right, so let's go to baseball. All right, so we are in playoff season. This is a little bit of a disappointment because I did put money on the Braves. And you informed me that you said the Braves, this is it. They're taking it home. They're going to win everything. The Braves, Braves. And guess what?
Listen, 104 wins. They hit 307 home runs this year. They had Matt Olson hit 54 jacks. Acuna across the board is going to be MVP. Did everything. It just happens, Jess. You can hit. You get to the playoffs. You're gonna play a 3-2 game. You got to win those games.
Yeah.
And Spencer Strider lost 2 games in the series to the fighting Phillies. He won 20 games during the regular season with the Boogie Nights stash. Okay, but
did he get rid of the stash?
It doesn't. He still got the stash, but he grew the beard with it now. So before he just had the stash.
Oh, that's super. problem
I don't
right
know what
there.
happened there, but the Phillies, I know I said I like the Braves, but this Phillies team with Dave Dombrowski, the way he put it together, with Schwarber hitting like 46 jacks, they crushed it in this series. They wiped the Braves right out. Hop is on fire.
And my bank account.
Oh, wow. Nick Castellanos, the right fielder, had back-to-back 2 home run games in the series.
Oh,
He had
that's
4
great.
home runs in 2 games. Ranger Suarez, their number 3 pitcher, 3-0 with a 1.16 ERA in 7 postseason games. And, of course, he's the number 3 guy. You've got Zach Wheeler and Aaron Nola is your 1-2 punch. I like the Phillies going forward. I think it's a great story what Arizona did by sweeping the Dodgers.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Dodgers
knock it
down.
out. Of course, Mookie Betts, former Red Sox superstar, doesn't seem to do it when the bright lights are on. You know, between him and Clayton Kershaw, 2 guys that, you know, they're gonna be first ballot Hall of Famers someday. But when it comes to the postseason, Kershaw, game 1, a third of an inning, 6 earned runs, he was out of there. Set the tone for the whole series.
Oh, that
and of
sucks.
course, Mookie Betts, 0 for 11 in the series. You take him and add him to Freddie Freeman, 1 for 21 combined. Those are going to be your number 2 and 3 guys in the MVP race this year. They couldn't hit.
No.
They didn't hit. And of course, you know, Arizona did their job under the radar. And congratulations to the Diamondbacks and Torey Lovullo, who was a former bench coach under John Farrell with the Red Sox in 2013 when they won the World Series. So he's got some Red Sox roots there.
Okay.
So do I think they'll go? Do I think they're going to go farther? I'm going to take the Phillies to make it to the World Series because I love the.
Are they going to win? Am I putting money on the Phillies now or no?
I don't like your facial expression the way you said that, as if like, oh, am I going with you or not
because,
over here?
I lost $2.
I mean,
okay?
I know I'm like Eddie Mush. They're going to put me in the bathroom with Gigi and coffee cakes, okay?
These are references that Steve is like, I don't know what he's talking about. Yeah, all right,
Steve,
well,
get on it. Bronx Tale. Come on now. I'll get it for you. They said I look like Collageno back in the 90s. What are we doing over here?
Oh, my God, you do. Oh, I gotta find an image of that. We're gonna put that on the thing.
We're gonna do something about your name.
Yeah.
You're C now.
Yeah.
No, and you're
Wait,
C.
Steve is C?
No, I was C. Collageno was C because they didn't want to say the full name. Collageno was too long to say.
But his last name is Cunningham, so that's why I didn't know if you were. All right, back to baseball.
Back to baseball.
Sorry.
National League, I love the Phillies in this series. Arizona, Zach Gallen, their number 1 pitcher. I'm hoping for a good series here, but I think the Phillies have got too much going on. Trey Turner, the $300 million signee, had a tough year, a good year, good finish. He's just lighting it up in the postseason. He looks like the guy in the World Baseball Classic where he was hitting everything for USA. Swing it over to the American League, and of course, the Houston Astros. 7 straight years in the ALCS. You can hate Altuve all you want.
I do.
don't want to hear about trash cans anymore. They're good. Okay? I'm sorry.
Yeah, because
they're
he's
good.
like 4'2" and he can just cover the plate.
Yordan Alvarez is an elite left-handed power bat for that team. They've got Christian Javier, Framber Valdez, Presley coming out of the bullpen closing. I love them. They're going to go against Texas, who wiped the Baltimore Orioles right out. Another team, 101 wins, done. Swept. Nathan Eovaldi got a win in both series. Talk about a clutch guy that does it on the big stage. Former Red Sox guy. He's a bull. And, of course, Mookie Betts on the other side. Another former Red Sox doesn't get it done in the postseason. So you're looking at a couple of guys. The lights get brighter. Some wilter and some get it done. So I'm gonna take Houston again in this. I'd like to see Texas because they've never won a World Series. Bruce Bochy knows how to win, and they can hit.
Wait, don't we have one of our Providence kids?
Jeremy Pena's still with Houston Astros. Shortstop, made some nice plays defensively. He was MVP of the World Series last year.
Right.
And I think he was MVP against your Yankees also in the ALCS.
Well, he deserved it. Hey, at least he's local. So that's fine.
Kid from Classical.
Yeah,
it's
I like that.
Great stuff there. But so there's still a lot going on with the baseball, and I'm enjoying it. And it's obviously you don't always get the teams that you want to see, but it's still playoff baseball, and I'm excited about it. What's coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Well, then I'll end up putting $2 on Philly. I don't think I'm going to win as much though because it's not the beginning. Like whatever. The point is
right. The deeper it gets, the lower the odds. And so what? You put 2 up to win 2?
Yeah.
All right.
I may not even do it.
This is something about that Phillies team, and they knocked the Braves out 2 years in a row, so they've got something on the Braves.
They got their number on them.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to thank our sponsors, and then we're going to go to NHL, and we got about 13 minutes left. Want to thank our sponsor, Prout Mechanical, located in Providence. You can call them up at 401-487-4343. Even visit them online at ProutHVAC.com. That's ProutHVAC.com. They're a family-owned company. They have over 20 years of experience. They're a Mitsubishi Heating and Cooling Diamond Elite contractor. They have the heat pumps, the mini split ductless systems, and if you're looking to heat up your home, the mini splits are the way to go. They're located in Providence, and they service all of Rhode Island and southeastern Massachusetts. They offer services for residential and light commercial. So if you are looking at getting those heat pumps or mini split ductless systems, may I recommend Prout Mechanical in Providence. Their motto, quality and customer service is their top priority. Call them up, 487-4343. And second time around sports with 2 locations in Wakefield and Cranston. I hope I don't screw this live read up for them. Everysportforless.com. They have everything new. Only new items on everysportforless.com. So if you think about it, why wouldn't you go there all the time for all your sporting needs? It's in the title, Every Sport for Less. So you're going to save yourself some big money. Obviously, both stores are getting busier with all sports, but it's almost the nights are cooler, and snowboards. Maybe you want to go skiing. They got the goggles, the boots, the gloves, the ski poles, the snowboards. They got pretty much everything if you're like a winter little bunny and you love getting out there and being part of the snow. But of course, they have everything. Hockey. They can do figure skates. So they have the sharpening daily. You can wait or you can drop them off, and they're stocked with every sport. Hockey, soccer, football, and as always, golf. So second time around sports. We'll be shooting a video over there in their Wakefield location next week. Is going to be fun. We'll just maybe test out some of the helmets, baseball bats, and we'll see how hard your head is. The number 2
my coconut.
X around sports for more. All right, let's go into some hockey.
We showed your first goal, Eddie, 39 years ago tonight, and you talked about some of the veterans that helped you out. Bruins stay onside. Pastrnak scores! On a feed from Lucic. 2-1 Boston. Battle for the puck. Cleared ahead. Empty net. Pass across for Pastrnak. He scores! Off the feed from Marchand.
So not bad for the Bruins. It's nice to have them back. I won't hold last year against them because I don't expect anything.
Still tough to move on from that, but you have to. And of course, it's a different team now. A lot of guys out the door. You brought a couple of guys in. Of course, Lucic is back. The second version of him, a lot older.
Yeah.
But it looks like Pastor looks like he hasn't missed a beat.
No.
2 goals. What do you have? 60 last year. He was terrific last year. But Bruins get 20 saves from Linus Ullmark in the opener, and they beat the Chicago Blackhawks 3-1. And by the way, Jess, the Blackhawks, if people don't remember out there, they had the number 1 pick, and they drafted the kid Connor Bedard, number 1. He's special. He scored his first goal in this game. He had the only goal for the Blackhawks. He's the kid that came out of the HL. This kid is the next guy, and I gotta keep practicing the name a little bit because every time I see Connor Bedard, I think of Connor McDavid from the Edmonton Oilers, another superstar. So you got a couple of Connors that are going to be at the top of their game in the hockey world in the NHL. It's going to be really fun. And one NHL note, Barry Melrose, who's been in the game for like 50 years between coaching, playing, and as an analyst with ESPN, retired. Barry Melrose, one of the great guys in the game, one of the great people, and he's retiring from studio work and everything. Just gonna kick back and enjoy watching hockey from his sofa. But Barry Melrose, a class act.
Very good. And you know what I like most about this segment on NHL is your notes on an envelope.
I've got some Wi-Fi issues where I live. I'm not giving away the address.
Oh, it's just a plain envelope. Why are you taking it away from me? Like you have like all these secrets. Look, show them the notes. There you go. Very good.
All right, this is what happens when I can't prep at home. Okay, so
yeah,
I've
well,
had
you
some
need
issues.
to get your Wi-Fi taken care of. Who do you have? Cox?
Yeah.
Well, listen, I'm going to call them out, and if they want to be a sponsor, they can. They can get our QR code on our business.
They came to the house and hosed me already because I can't do prep. I can't even watch us on YouTube. I got to go in a parking lot. I'm over here sitting in Cumulus prepping in the parking lot. It's abnormal.
No, that doesn't.
This is not right. This is not right.
Your router's jacked up, man. Like we can't have you. We have a show with merch coming soon. We got business cards. We can now look at that.
Birthdays.
All right, yeah. Let's get to that. All right, birthdays on the back of your envelope. Let's see what we got.
All right, Jim Palmer is 78. Okay, he was a pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles in the 60s all the way to 84. He pitched a long time.
Oh wow, that's a long time.
Hall of Famer, 6-time All-Star, 2.86 ERA for his career, 268 wins, just 3 Cy Youngs and a 3-time World Series. participant. Well, Jim Palmer, one of the class acts and a great pitcher, just lost his good friend Brooks Robinson a couple of weeks ago. Passed away at the age of, I believe, 86. Brooks Robinson. So R.I.P. to Brooks Robinson. Joe Klecko, Hall of Fame defensive lineman. He played with Mark Gastineau. You know who Mark Gastineau played for the Jets. He was married to the girl with the short blonde hair that Sylvester Stallone was.
Oh, not the
Brigitte Nielsen.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so Mark Gastineau was married to
I would break you.
Yeah, no, that's Dolph Lundgren. I love you,
Yeah, but
though.
didn't she go out with him?
Yeah, she was the wife.
Yeah,
she was his wife. Yeah, okay.
All right, so I got it.
Yeah.
Is it I will
if
break
he dies, he dies. I didn't like that when Creed died. I didn't like that.
Oh, no,
But
that was
anyways,
sad. Anyway,
Joe Klecko
fake.
is 70.
Yep.
Okay. Like I said, Hall of Fame defensive lineman. And the reason why I equate it to someone you might remember, and he didn't play long, his son Dan Klecko was a defensive player for the New England Patriots, got a couple of rings, then went to the Colts, and they used him as a fullback, and he got a ring with the Colts also.
wow.
So his son played for the Patriots and Colts.
Very nice.
All right, and
Talent.
one basketball player, Fred Hoiberg, nicknamed the Mayor. He's 51 today, okay? Played at Iowa State and right now currently is the head coach at Nebraska in college. So Fred Hoiberg is 51. And I've got one actress.
Good.
And I mentioned her because, I have a look. Okay.
Yes,
now
you do.
I haven't seen anything current or anything recent of this girl, but I want to ask you if you know who Vanessa Marcel is.
Oh, of course.
Oh,
She
all
used to
right,
be
okay.
on the so.
Well, she was a soap opera star years ago, but
and she was on Melrose Place.
Yep, but I enjoyed her on her time from Las Vegas with Josh Duhamel and James Caan. Duhamel used to be on Friday nights on at CBS. But I love Vanessa Marcel. She is 54 today.
Great.
I haven't seen her in a long time.
I know, so maybe she's available.
If you ever saw her on the show Vegas, she was terrific.
Yeah.
And she was on 90210 Beverly Hills for a while, too.
Yes, as the girlfriend. Then I think she went to Melrose.
She's
nice. Let's put that in. No, let's follow her on our Instagram, Keeping Score with Jess and Dean. Also on YouTube.
We're reaching here. Late innings on Keeping Score.
Hopefully she's still on it. Vanessa Marcel. Yeah, she was on that.
Agree with me? Is she hot?
Yeah, she is very hot.
Yeah.
Yes, here she comes right up. Hold on.
She had the little beauty mark. She's just really, really nice. Really nice. She gets Sunday dinner.
She has 1 million
she
followers.
Gets Sunday dinner at Mommy's. She gets Sunday dinner.
100%.
I don't care what my mother or my brother says. She's coming over, and she don't have to lift a finger.
Oh, she looks. No, single mom. Wait a minute. Is this the same one?
She used to go with Brian Austin Green too. I think. Do you know who she was married to for like an hour?
Who?
Oh, I think she was married to Bradley Cooper at one point.
Yeah.
And she was also married to the kid who had the problem, but he ended up okay. Remember the two Corys? Corey Haim passed away.
And Corey Feldman.
Corey Feldman, she was married to him.
No, I think
she was for like an hour and a half. Yeah.
She's not coming to Mom's. Forget it.
Oh, wow. She's not getting dinner now.
No, she's not.
But,
Corey
Feldman, yeah. Those are my birthdays for October 15th.
He was in a great movie, The Burbs. You ever see that?
Yeah, it was lame.
All right. Sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
No, that was it. Those are my birthdays
All
for
right.
October 15th.
All right. Very good. All right. So this Vanessa Marcel thing, I think this is... It says she's single. I hope I followed the right account. I can't really see her face.
Throwing my availability out there?
Why not? Oh, wait. This is not her. Oh, crap.
Well, like I said,
shouldn't have sent her that DM.
Well, the picture that I Googled doesn't look like anything recent. She was a dime in the picture. She's a 12.
Oh, boy.
Just saying.
No, this is not her. I got to unfollow.
You got to see her in Vegas as the casino host. She's sort of like
I remember that being on TV.
She brings the whales in. Like she's good. She's good at what she does. She's got a little edge to it.
Well, she was running the tables. Is that what you said?
No, she was sort of like running the casino.
Oh, all right.
She'd bring the big hitters in, the ones that would spend
you're
money.
A big hitter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Not after we do this merch thing. I don't know. We better sell some of this swag.
Listen, I'm doing a first round.
No, it's all good.
It's like 5, 5, 5, and 5.
I like where this is going.
Steve's getting one.
Yeah.
We're giving one to Mike Romano, who made our logo.
Listen, we're taking care of our own, and then after that, everybody's going to pony up.
Yeah. All right, stop being so threatening to people. That's not going to get people to listen to our show. They're like, no, you got to pay. Like,
the assassin's on his couch. He's always saying he hits every game he throws in, so I think he can afford some, a 5XL.
Can he like share some that information with me?
Well, I gave you Miami. He said Barry Miami. He said, I don't care about
Miami.
the points. So,
all right.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. That's excellent. All right. So we got 2 minutes left. Is there anything that you would like to shout out? I know we have some good news about Abdullah, right?
Yeah. Asmar Abdullah, of course, his father Akbar, he plays Sundays, 10 on Sundays. Asmar is at a prep school in Vermont right now, but he has committed to Boston University next year on a scholarship, a full scholarship. He's got great in the classroom, great on the court, and he's about 6'3". Hopefully, he gets a little growth here in the prep school, and he can crack that rotation at BU next year. That's D1, so it's this is a real deal for him. Yeah,
that's nice.
You win your conference there, you go to the NCAA tournament, you got to win it all. But that's it's going to be very competitive.
We're very proud of him, and he's going to be getting a Keeping Score with Jess and Dean, the Dream sweatshirt. He brings it to BU, and then everybody's going to be like, "Hey, where'd you get that?"
I'll tell you what he's getting. He's getting one of these. Okay, as I just told you, you can hoist another 100 and order them. I'm good with this. All right, very economical. If you look on YouTube here, our business
he can't
cards.
wear that. You want it on his chest. You want him all of Boston. You want all the kids to be like, "Hey, what's Keeping Score with Jess and Dean, the Dream?"
Right. Going forward, don't give the candy star away. Okay,
listen. He earned it. He earned it.
Check it with your partner. Yeah, then Dad's gonna say, "What about me?" Dad's one of those, like, if it's free, it's for me.
Well,
just please pipe down here on Late Innings of Keeping Score. All right, we're running a business over here. We're trying to build a brand.
Merchandising. This is Keeping Score with Jess and Dean, the Dream. We're on YouTube. We're on Instagram, and you can find us wherever you find your podcasts. We're here each and every Sunday morning, 8 a.m. on 790 The Score. Got 30 seconds left. I can't wait to give away all these sweatshirts. Oh, we could do giveaways on our show too if people post. This is going to be huge.
I'm broke over here. I'm getting killed. I got to work another shift.
Yeah, you may. We'll see how the numbers go. This is Keeping Score with Jess and Dean, the Dream. We'll talk to you next week.
See ya.